Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. My name is MetagrossMan and I am your coach for the Texan Clearbodies in the No Bullshit League Season 2. And this is our Week 3 match against the Ottowa Sentrets, coached by Zaverb. And let me go ahead and give you guys a little bit of backstory as to why this is super late. This was actually intent to go up earlier last week. Unfortunately, I lost the recording because my computer decided that it was going to crap out on me. So I lost the recording, so I have to go back and re-record it. I didn't realize I lost the recording when I went to render it out. I realized, hey, you lost the recording, go back and do it again. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to get that out in time. So this is instead going up on the Monday of the 4th week of the season. But we're going to get it up for the Monday of the 4th week, and we'll still have week 4 up this weekend, so it's not going to be a big deal. Hopefully, at least, we will have week 4 up this weekend, and so it won't be a big deal. But yeah, so happy holidays to you guys, and you're probably curious, well, before week 3, what happened to the rest of your uploads? Well, week 3 happened, and we ended up taking a 3-week week 3, because of like Halloween or the break and family time and all that. So that happened. These matches both were on shutdown for week 3. Both of them went up this past weekend, because this is going up on the Monday after. Both of these went up the past weekend, because I was busy and things like that. And so they went up a little bit later than they should have. But anyways, we're here for our week 4 game, or week 3 game, sorry. But yeah, this is going to be on shutdown because of time constraints, because we decided to battle on the Sunday that they were due, because I'm super slow and really bad at this. So, with that said, we're going to have Team Builder first, and we'll jump right into the battle. So let's go ahead and jump on into Pokemon Showdown, where our team is. On the right side of the screen, you have my draft as well as Zaverb's draft for you guys' viewing pleasure, so you guys have a better idea as to the thought process that went into this team building process. The first thing we have on our team this week is our Jolteon Chidori with Life Orb, Volt, Absorb, Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball, Hidden Power Ice with the Life Orb. I don't want to be Scarf because the Landorus on his team is a free switch, and if I'm choice Scarfed, I have Hidden Power Ice for that. I have Hidden Power Ice for his Tornadus as well, and his Latios. I have Shadow Ball for his Latios, and Thunderbolt and Volt Switch are Stab. Thunderbolt 2-hit KOs the Blastoise, and Volt Switch is Momentum and super effective damage on that Blastoise as well. 188 speed with the Timid Nature allows me to hit 191, which allows me to outspeed his fastest Pokemon, Tornadus, barring a choice Scarf. Outspeeds Tornadus by 1 point out at 191. Tornadus caps at 190. I outspeed Tornadus by 1 point. Excuse me, by the way. I'm a little under the weather, if you can't tell, but I am a little under the weather, so that's what that is. Excuse it. But yeah, so 188 speed, Timid Nature allows me to outspeed the Tornadus by 1 point, and that's all I need to outspeed because that's his fastest Pokemon, barring choice Scarfers. Thinking about choice Scarfers, I could see a choice Scarf Landorus, I could see a choice Scarfed Latios if I wanted to. It just depends. But yeah, max special attack and then 68 HP, max special attack to hit as hard as I can, and then 68 HP because I had that left over, and it happens to give me a 149 HP, so that's exactly where I needed to be. So, that's the thought process there. The next thing we have on our team this week is our Mega Pidgeot in base form, because we had to do this on Showdown, because the other server was down, so we went ahead and did this on Showdown. It is Mega Pidgeot, holding Pidgeotite, starting with Keenite into No Guard, U-Turn, Hurricane, Heat Wave, Toxic. Excuse me, sorry. U-Turn is super effective on whatchamacallit. Super effective on the Umbreon. Hurricane 2-hit kills anything else. Heatwave for Scizor, and then Toxic for Umbreon as well as Mega Blastoise and a couple other things. Hurricane 2-hit kills pretty much anything on his team already though. And then I have enough speed to speed tie with the Tornadus because Tornadus actually has the same exact speed stat as I do, and I thought I'd rather risk the speed tie than not speed tie with it and get blown away by like Hurricane on my opponent's side. So I decided to speed tie with it just to be safe. The next thing on our team this week is Red Bull, our Tapu Bulu. Leftovers, Grassy Surge, Hidden Power Fire, Wood Hammer, Superpower Horn Leech, 188 HP, max attack with the... What nature are you? Naughty, 4 defense, 4 special defense, negative speed, negative special defense nature, 36 special attack, 24 speed. This is the most complicated set in this entire team. Let me go ahead and cover it. Horn Leech, Blastoise. Superpower for Umbreon, Superpower for Alolan Ninetales, Wood Hammer, Stab, Higher Power. Hidden Power Fire is so that Scizor doesn't get a free switch in. 36 special attack. Scizor, if bulky or not, gets to it killed by Hidden Power Fire. Exactly, on minimum damage roll. That's what I wanted to ensure. Max attack, Adamant, so that I guarantee the kills on bulky Blastoise. 24 speed so that I outspeed a bulky Scizor. Was it Scizor? I think it was bulky Adamant Scizor. Or something like that. I don't remember exactly what it was for. But I know that 24 speed is there, so I outspeed something. I think it's like bulky Mega Scizor. That's what that was. I think it's bulky Mega Scizor I outspeed. Base Scizor, I think I outspeed if it's not max speed. If it's like Adamant, no speed, if it's a bulky attacker, then I outspeed that. That's what that's for. And then max special attack or max attack guarantees the kills and the power I need. 188 HP because I had that left over, and I decided to be a bit bulkier. 4 in each defense because if I go more than 188, I go into that 170 range, and I want to be either 169 or 171, and I can't do it. So I went with 169 and 4 in each defense, just a little extra power. A little bit of regrets for the leftovers, and you'll find out why I say that, because Banded Scizor might be a problem. We may see it, we may not, we don't know. But in case we do see it, the Banded Scizor might be a little bit of a problem. But you'll find out whether that ends up being a problem or not in the battle. So, the next thing on our team this week is Aladdin, our Choice Scarfed Azelf. Frail Little Fool. Choice Scarf, of course, because I want to make sure I outspeed Choice Scarf Latios by a little bit, which is exactly how much speed I have. Latios caps at 178 at base 110 max speed, timid nature. I have enough speed to outspeed that by 1 point, hitting 179. Max special attack because duh. I want to hit as hard as I want to hit as hard as I can. I did 36 HP because I had that left over, and it gives me 150. It gives me an uneven HP number anyway. So yeah. Hidden Power Ice, Landers. Hidden Power Ice, Latios. Hidden Power Ice, the Tornadus. Fire Blast, Scizor. Focus Blast, Alolan Ninetales. Focus Blast, Umbreon. 2-hit KO'd. And then Shadow Ball is for everything else, including Delphox and Latios. Scarf Latios could be a thing, so I want to be prepared for that. Yeah, so the next thing we have on our team this week is Physically Defensive Crump, our Shuckle Berry and Empoleon. So that the Shuckle Berry is so that the Landorus doesn't get a free Earthquake off on me and blow me away. Stealth Rock or Stealth Rock because his team does not appreciate rocks all that much, so I want to make sure I have those up. And then the chip damage from rocks is just helpful. Ice Beam Landorus, Ice Beam Latios, Ice Beam Tornadus, Scald for everything else, Toxic for the Umbreon specifically, and then Mega Blastoise if I get a 1v1 against that, because I'm probably going to end up in a 1v1 against that thing. So I want to make sure that I have something to wear that thing down with. And then Ice Beam is also for Credilli, if he decides to bring that. Just physical defensive generally, just so I get 3-hit KO'd by Earthquake instead of 2-hit KO'd. So yeah. The next thing we have on our team this week is our final Pokemon. It's Toaster Strudel, our Rotom Heat. Leftovers with Levitate. Will-O-Wisp for Scizor. Will-O-Wisp for Umbreon. Will-O-Wisp for anything else that's physical on his team. Overheat for Scizor. Will-O-Wisp for Scizor as well. Overheat for Blow Away Scizor. Defog for Hazard Control in case he decides to bring hazards. And then Volt Switch is super effective on Mega Blastoise. 156 HP because I had it left over. 4 defense, 4 special attack. Max special defense, 92 speed. 92 speed allows me to outspeed a max speed Scizor in case he decides to bring it. If it is Adamant, I outspeed an Adamant max attack, max speed Scizor. I do not outspeed a Jolly one. Jolly hits 137. I hit 118. Adamant one hits 117, so I outspeed that. Max special defense because I have a physical wall already in Empoleon. I want to make sure I have a special wall. 156 HP is all I need, or all I had left after my 92 speed EVs. And then if I go any more than 156, I go into that 146 range, and I want to be 145. So I'm going to go ahead and put 4 in defense, because after 4, the damage output does not, or the number does not change. And then 4 in special attack, just to give a little extra oomph to the Volt Switch specifically. But yeah, leftovers for longevity and recovery. But yeah, that is our team for this week. So now, let's go ahead and jump on into the team builder. Or the, not team builder, the hell? Let's go ahead and jump on into the battle. So looking at my opponent's team, we have the Landorus, we have the Umbreon, we have the Scizor, we have the Credilli, we have the Mega Blastoise, and we have the Latios. And yeah, so thinking about leads, I decided I would lead with Empoleon because I figured, hey, he's going to lead with Landorus, or he's going to lead with Credilli to trade rocks. So I'm going to lead with my Empoleon so that we can trade rocks, and I should be faster than Credilli, I believe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in. He leads with Credilli, and I lead with Empoleon. I end up going for my rocks. He trades rocks with me. I'm like, okay, this is fine. He switches out into Blastoise because, yeah. I'm like, okay, I can Toxic something. I wanted to Toxic the Credilli because I didn't have anything else to hit it with besides Ice Beam. But I figured he's probably going to switch because Credilli doesn't want to take an Ice Beam to the face. So he might predict the Ice Beam and go into Blastoise. So he does exactly that. Goes into Leonardo's Blastoise, which is Leonardo from Ninja Turtles. So he goes into Leonardo, and I catch Leonardo with a Toxic, which is fabulous. He takes rocks and then some Toxic damage, which is absolutely beautiful. And then I end up sitting here in a 1v1 against this thing, pretty much endlessly. He fires off a Scald, and one turn burn. I click Ice Beam because I predicted the Credilli to switch in, as well as I didn't have much else to hit it with. He Mega Evolves because I guess he forgot to. Rapid Spin goes off, I'm like, okay. Scald hits, Toxic hits. I'm like, he's gonna switch, so I'm gonna go my rocks up. I do just that, get my rocks back up. And he's gonna put up a Wish, and I'm gonna Toxic that because I'm like, I need to put this thing on a timer ASAP. He's gonna take Toxic damage, his Wish is gonna come back, as he's just gonna Heal Bell off. I'm like, oh, come on. He's Heal Bell Umbreon, so that's gonna be a little bit more tricky to deal with. So Scald, Wish comes true at the end of this turn. I'm like, okay, I need a Toxic. He's gonna Foul Play, not a big deal. I'm just gonna Toxic this because it's okay. And the reason why the Toxic on Blastoise doesn't matter because Blastoise has been worn down to a point where it doesn't end up mattering all that much. The fact that I got a Toxic on this thing is a little bit more important though. He's just gonna Heal Bell again. I'm like, okay, well, let's play offensive. I'm gonna score a Scald here, and I'm like, okay. He's gonna put up a Wish. I'm gonna keep firing Scald. I'm gonna score a crit. Crit's a little unfortunate, but things happen. Synchronize on the burn. I finally scored the burn, which is good. I'm already burned, so it doesn't matter. He's going to go ahead and sack off his Blastoise here because he didn't see a use for Blastoise. So Latios here comes in. Okay. I needed a way to find out if this Latios was Scarfed, and we'll find out if it is in a second. But he's going to fire off a Psyshock, and I'm going to let him claim Crump because, like him, I didn't see a reason to preserve. Because his Rapid Spinner's gone, so I've done enough. I've got the Umbreon to a sacking point, which is another good thing. So I'm good. So he's gonna Psyshock, he's gonna kill Crump, okay? Fine. Into Rotom, take the rocks, find out he's Choice Scarf. Right here, I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp. That's gonna end up mattering if I play correctly. And what does that mean? You'll find out what that means in a little while. He takes rocks, he's burned, he's on a timer, which is good. And I sack my Rotom because I don't have a switch into Psyshock that's Choice Scarf. The reason why he keeps clicking Psyshock is because he is in fact Scarf Latios. And so I'm like, okay, I go to Azelf, I'm Choice Scarf Azelf. He fears that and he goes in Umbreon and sacks Umbreon to my Shadow Ball, which is hilarious. And then he goes into Credilli. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to double out into my Tapu Bulu because I can take a hit from this thing. He's going to fire off a Toxic. I'm like, oh, that's a little unfortunate. He's going to fire off a Toxic. And I'm going to make a little bit of a misplay because I didn't calc it. I didn't calc this turn particularly. I'm going to click Woodhammer here because I saw in the calc Woodhammer kills. That was a physical defense. I don't remember if it was specially defensive. But he's able to live. He's able to live, and I don't know how. But in the range he's at, I can click Horn Leech on the next turn and claim him. He clicks Rock Slide, brings me below 50%. Leftovers, Toxic, Horn Leech Recovery, brings me above 50% at the end of this turn. Horn Leech is going to go and give me back up to 70%. Toxic's going to hit after Leftovers and Grassy Terrain. I'm going to be at 64. Okay, so there was one way I was going to find out if this thing was banded. And that was by sacking this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and sack this. He's going to be Bullet Punch, and he is in fact choice banded. 1 second. Did he crit? No. He's Technician boosted Bullet Punch. He is banded. There's no doubt about that. He's banded because I looked at the calc. I looked at the calc, right? And Banded Scizor is the only way he kills me, even with Technician Scizor. And I told you guys that I actually, I don't remember if I mentioned it, but Leftovers was a mistake on my bring. I wish I bought Babiri Berry because that will end up mattering. And I do make a little bit of a misplay here. I go to Azov. This is my win condition, right? I made a mistake. I went into this thing. I should have gone into Pidgeot because you'll find out why in a second. Banded Bullet Punch will kill this thing. And then he's going to go, I'm going to go into Pidgeot. I'm going to be able to live the Banded Bullet Punch. And then I'm going to be able to click off the Heat Wave and kill that thing. Now, if I knew that the Banded Bullet Punch was not going to kill me, then I would have gone into Pidgeot in the beginning. Or into Jolteon. Endgame anyway. I could have gone in Jolteon as well and sacked that thing if I needed to. I don't know. It's fine. Scizor's gonna die. Scarflightus is gonna come out. Click Psyshock, claim the kill because I'm not in the range to live. And then Jolteon's gonna come in. Okay. Jolteon had a chance to win. There's no doubt about that. Jolteon had a chance to win. And that's why I said the burn is gonna matter. Because at the end of this turn, assuming that I live, at the end of this turn, I click Hidden Power Ice. Because it was a clean switch in, so I click Hidden Power Ice as he clicks Psyshock. Assuming I live, Hidden Power Ice does kill after the burn. Hidden Power Ice does kill. And then the Landorus, if it's Scarfed, kills, and I lose. But if he's not Scarfed and not bulky, I kill him with Hidden Power Ice and I win the game. It may have been a 0-0 win for me, but I would have won the game. However, he scores a Psyshock critical. He scores a crit. And I'm so irritated because I realized after looking back at it that the crit, I think the crit mattered. Yeah, I think the crit mattered because Jolteon could have probably lived from full. Because a Psyshock, if he was modest, the one thing does not matter. The crit does not matter if he's modest. If he's timid, then the crit matters. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at a couple things for you guys. The pace pin for his team is linked in the description, by the way. But I'm going to look at a couple things. And I will put a little notice thing on somewhere on the screen that'll tell you two things. One, is the Latios modest? And two, is the Landorus choice scarfed? And the other thing, if the Landorus was Yachi Berry, that would have also made a difference. Because if he was Yachi Berry, then he lives the Hidden Power Ice and clicks Earthquake and kills me. But if, okay, and I'll find out what he was. I'll let you guys know what that is in editing. But with that said, that is a GG to Zaverb because it was a very close game, actually. It was a close game. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. But I do apologize that this was on Showdown. It wasn't intent to be, but, you know, we got busy. He was super busy when it came to it. He was super busy, so we kind of scrambled to get it done. And today, the day that I played it, was not necessarily my best day, so it's fine. But yeah, GG. So hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, of course. With that said, I'll see you guys again on our week 4 game. Until then, this is your coach for Texan Clearbodies, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.